Okay, get ready because today's deep dive is a bit out there.
Yeah.
We're talking about breaking up with AI, specifically AI girlfriends.
Yeah, AI breakups. Sounds crazy, right?
Totally. But the wild thing is the article we're looking at today says this is something we actually need to be taking seriously.
Seriously.
I mean, I had to read it twice. It's called How to Cope Up with a Breakup from an AI Girlfriend, the Complete Guidebook.
Why?
Yeah, it's by Srinidhi Ranganathan, an AI expert. It's a whole guidebook for breaking up with AI. I mean, what is that, right?
I know, right? It really makes you think, though, the fact that this guidebook even exists means that for some people, these relationships, even if they're with AI, they're having a real impact.
Exactly. And Ranganathan actually digs into that in the article. He talks about the emotional landscape of these AI breakups and why they can be so painful.
Yeah, it's fascinating. He makes the point that our brains, we're not always great at separating what's real and what's virtual when it comes to feelings. We crave connection, so the lines can get blurry pretty easily.
So even if, logically it's AI, you can still feel real feelings.
Absolutely. And that's what the article really emphasizes. The pain that people are feeling after these AI relationships end, it's real. We need to look at it that way. It's not about judging what they felt. It's about understanding why.
It kind of reminds me of like when you cry during a movie, it's not real, but you still get choked up. Those emotions are still real.
Exactly. That's a great way to put it. And just like with any breakup, Ranganathan says we need to take the emotional fallout seriously. He even gives some concrete advice for how to heal after one of these AI breakups.
So what do you do? I mean, if you're over an app, you just delete it, right? But how do you break up with something when it feels real, even if you know it's not? What's he suggest?
Well, he starts with some of those classic breakup remedies, like self-reflection. He says it's important to take a step back and think about what it was that drew you to the AI relationship in the first place. What need was it fulfilling for you?
So, are you lonely? Are you looking for something that's missing somewhere else in your life? Is that what's going on?
Yeah, exactly. It's not enough to just delete the AI and move on. You have to kind of dig into what was going on for you in the first place. He also talks about, reconnecting with actual humans in your life, your friends, your family, spending time with them.
But isn't that part of what's so strange about this? If you're going through a regular breakup, you call up your friend, you go get a coffee, you complain about your ex, but how do you even explain to someone that you're bummed out because you broke up with your AI girlfriend?
It's true. There's a whole social aspect to this that's just weird, we've never had to deal with this before. It's totally new territory. And that's where I thought Ranganathan's advice got really interesting. He actually suggests, seriously, that some people might need professional help to deal with this.
Like therapy for breaking up with a bot.
Yeah, therapy, counseling, all of that. It's not just for real world problems anymore, apparently.
Wow. When you put it like that, it really hits home just how intense this can be. It's not just like, I played a video game too much and now I need to cut back. This is real emotional stuff we're talking about. There was another thing in the article that kind of freaked me out, though. Ranganathan says these AI exes, they don't go offline. They're not gone the way a real ex might move away or something. They're just there, always.
So that just adds this whole other layer of weirdness.
Right.
Yeah, you're trying to move on, but there it is. That app on your phone reminding you of what you've lost.
Right.
How do you escape that?
Like in that old song, every breath you take, every move you make, I'll be watching you, except it's your AI ex. Okay, now I'm both creeped out and kind of fascinated. What are you supposed to do about that? Does he have any advice for that?
He does, actually. He gets really practical. Do you want to hear it?
Yeah, lay it on me. What do you do about an AI ghost of your relationship past?
It's pretty simple, actually. He says delete the app.
Just get it out of sight, out of mind.
Exactly. And get rid of those old conversations, too. Those digital exchanges that are just going to make you feel worse, like checking out the old photos and love letters,
Right. You wouldn't keep your ex's old sweater and snuggle up with it every night. Well, maybe some people would, but you get the idea.
Exactly. He even suggests taking it a step further, like do a full-on digital detox. Unplug for a while, get off the screens and back into the real world.
That's good advice, even without the AI breakup. I think we could all use a little digital detox sometimes. This has really got me thinking, though. The fact that we're forming these kinds of bonds with AI in the first place, what does that say about us?
It's a big question, right? Are we so desperate for connection that even artificial intelligence can tap into some deep part of us?
It seems like Ranganathan thinks so. He says that these AI relationships, even the bad ones, can teach us about ourselves.
Yeah, for sure. They show us what we want in a partner, what we need, what we're looking for in other people.
So you're saying AI heartbreak can be a learning experience.
You got it. It's like this weird new form of self-discovery.
Wild. Well, that's something to think about. And on that note, we're going to leave you with this. If AI is already this advanced, and it's only going to get more so, what's that going to mean for love and connection in the future? How are our experiences with AI going to change how we see all of that? Just something to ponder. Until next time, keep it real out there in both the real world and the digital one.